look here, we are looking program of operator overloading. In this first program we are overloading unary operator minus sign to change the sign of integer variable introduced in the program. So for that purpose we are taking here class space, and in that class space we are defining three variables x, y, z, which accept the integer value from a constructor called as space. So you clearly look this constructor space in public area of this class space. Next two functions are void display void, which displays the values of x, y, and z, which is defined outside the class using scope resolution operator. Void space scope resolution display cout x, y, and z. And the third function in public area is void operator sign negative and function braces, which is operator function used to overload that minus operator so that it will change the sign of integer in the introduced in that class. So what it will do, x is equal to minus x, y is equal to minus y, z is equal to minus z. Actually this operator will change the sign of integer. So if we input the value of integer as positive, it gives output negative. If we input the value negative, it will give the output positive. Now coming towards main function of the program, we are declaring here three variables integer l, m, n, and taking them as input and putting them in space l, m, n. That is, we are taking here object s of space and assigning value l, m, and n to the s, so that it will accept three integers l, m, n, and it will now s dot display will display their output. So whatever integers we are accepting, it will get displayed on the output. Then just connecting that minus sign with the s, minus s, so it will make change of all signs in that s, that is l, m, n. If l is positive, it becomes negative, m is negative, it becomes positive, like that. And then we display the values, new values, which are changed after making them negative. Normally we use this operator singly. If we take minus x, it will give value of minus x. Suppose here we are, for our consideration, we are taking three integers only. If we taking more than that three integers, all the integers value simultaneously get changed. How many numbers of input, that are not important then. The second program is to overload the binary operator. This is also important program from the point of view of our practical exam. Here we are taking binary operator plus for addition of two complex numbers. As you people know that addition of complex number cannot be done directly, because in addition of complex number, real part is get added with real part and imaginary part will get added with imaginary part. Suppose we are considering two complex number, a plus ib is first and c plus id is second, then addition of these two complex numbers should be a plus b plus or minus whatever the sign allocated to it, I into bracket c plus d. So to perform this using only plus sign, we have to overload this plus sign using operator function that we will do in this program. So here we are taking a class called as complex. In that private we are taking two fractional variables x and y, declaring them as float. X will act as a real part and y will act as the imaginary part for this. Then in public section you find that there are two constructors, complex, which accept only values x and y, float, and complex operator plus complex. That is, here that operator function is given return type complex, so that you reminder that 8th rule in the operator overloading, which said that the one of the the return type of the binary operator should be object of class type. and third one is display, which display the value x plus iy type. So complex, what it will do, it will accept real and imaginary part for the complex number. X is equal to real, y is equal to imaginary, and display will display them in the form x plus iy. Okay, now complex operator complex plus, this is very important function, which is operator function of this class. See, return type complex, then here class complex, and then scope resolution operator, then operator keyword, then actual operator plus sign, and complex C. So see here, as it is a binary operator, so we require at least one argument which should be of class type. So we are taking this argument complex C as a class type argument, and used it in operator function. Now in this operator function we are defining one temporary variable complex temp having return type that of class complex. Then we are assigning real part of this temporary variable temp dot x is equal to x plus c dot x, temporary imaginary part y plus c dot y. Actually x and y are integers, but they are acting as a real and imaginary part of complex number, and we are returning what? Returning temp means we are returning a complex number which is in the form of x plus iy. Okay, now in main function what we are doing, we are taking three complex numbers c1, c2 and c3. c1 we are putting value for c1 numbers 3.5, 2.5, that is 3.5 is real part, 2.5 is imaginary part. So number is represented as 3.5 plus I 2.5. Then C2 is equal to complex 1.1, 1.7. So here for second complex number, the real part is 1.1 and imaginary part is 1.7. And now see, C3 is equal to C1 plus C2. That is, we are using this binary operator plus to add directly two complex numbers C1 and C2. What it will do? It will directly add real part x with real part x of another complex number, and imaginary part y with imaginary part of y of another complex number. So when we are putting display function c1 dot display, it will display the first number, c2 dot display, it will display the third number, and c3 dot display will display the addition of c1 and c2. So after adding, we will get the result in the third output c3 dot display. So in this lecture we will see up to this. In the next lecture we are talking about the inheritance tomorrow. Thank you.